Hello degenerates and welcome back. We finally have the full priority for treasures updated, including the old treasures. So let's jump a little bit about all of the girls currently in the game that have a treasure. The list is getting big, by the way. We have the flagship top category, the skip category, the decent treasures, the good, great ones. Okay, you can build these ones, no problem at all. They get plenty of usage in PvE, and the top 3. Super important when it comes to this video. Obviously, priority always changes a bit based on your account. For example, and we'll talk about this later, Flora is really good, but as a B2 40 seconds, she has less priority than some of the characters that are just way better and can be dropped on any account, no problem. Like the, your Prevati, your Helm, your Moran, or whoever it is, right? So we will be talking about it, but always take into consideration that the priority will change based on your account. And also important, I do not do PvP. I don't touch PvP. All my videos are for PvE, so do not ask me about PvP. So some of these treasures that might be good in PvP, I don't know. I'm gonna put them on skip, obviously, because I don't do it. So let's start. We can just go left to right, whatever it is. We're gonna start with Diesel. She will go directly into the skip category. Diesel is a character that, even though would have some potential, and more so now with Laplace getting more usage and characters like that, could in the future get more usage, but at the moment her biggest issue is that her numbers are not there, in contrast to any of the current buffers we have for B2s. Even as a 20-second, it's just not there, sadly. It's a bit copium. You could put her on decent, but it's super copium to me. Julia is a character that does have nice damage output, and if you guys actually go into her character page, she does have well, okay. Guys, 1% is the top 50, okay? The top 50. She does have some usage. 1.3 and 1%. That is not awful, okay? It could be 0% everywhere. Let's put the rest giver now. Julia Treasure can deal damage, but we're at the point in NIKKE where there is so many good units that it is really hard to compete. Really hard to compete. Even more so on Iron. Most elements are currently stacked in terms of damage dealers if you have them and if they're limited. If you are a new player and don't have any of the limited characters, you could consider building Julia, but I would not do it. Bei, it's a completely skip character. It's mostly for PvP as far as I know. PvE usage, it's 0. It's a useless unit on PvE. Exia is a character that is used on electric raids. If we're talking about electric raids specifically, she is used, but 50% right here, 92% right there. She was used a bit on these 2 electric raids, obviously. And then the previous electric raid, she was not even used, 0.3. So she can be used if you are a simp or you are a Geeks. Shout out to Geeks. He loves her. If you are him, you could be putting her on decent, but for anyone else, it's a character that at the moment is not worth building unless you are an Omega tryhard on electric, and even then, she's a team 4-5. And I'm being like generous. B1s without CDR, really hard. Really hard. Now we can put Mill directly on the category where she belongs, alright? I've said this and I'll keep saying it. Milk heals are an improvement. Yes, sure, it's better heals, but her CDR is so bad that you can use Sakura and you get better CDR than using her. Like, you get better CDR from this dogshit unit, Sakura OG, which, by the way, I always forget she has cooldown reduction, than you would be getting by investing into the treasure on Milk. Like, the Milk treasure is a disgrace to humanity, alright? I hope she gets a buff one day because I love Milk, but my god, she is bad. Now we go into Drake, and we can put her in great. Drake is a character that has been getting usage on raids, and it's a staple for shotgun teams. She does finally have some competition, but for PvE content, it's a safe investment. You could say that for Union Raid or campaign, she's not getting that much use, or even for Tower, and absolutely. But it's still a character that gets plenty of usage at endgame, so I would recommend investing her. You could put her at decent if you want instead of great. We'll see who else we put in here and if we need to reorganize anything. But PvE-wise, fantastic character, plenty of usage. Lapchan, and this is the one that is starting to see more usage, and this is why I don't know if I want to put her on decent or up. So Lapchan has been getting more and more usage, which is great. I like Laplace. She was on my day 1 team, so I'm happy to see her finally going a little bit higher, but it's still not enough, right? It's still like, she's starting to see a resurgence thanks to those true damage teams and thanks to the new buffers we are getting, but it's still not enough. By the way, if you guys don't like this add on top, you guys can remove them. Just go into the settings, remove it. You guys can hide it, right? In case you don't like it, but you know, if you want to support the channel, it would be nice if you leave it on. That's it. Lapchan, it's a great character. She's been getting more and more usage. I can see her in the future going up one tier, but for now she can stay in decent. It's a safe, quote unquote safe. If you have all of the meta treasures, it's a nice investment for PvE content for sure. Now we go into Flora. And Flora is one of the characters that I would love to put on top 3, but it's too early. As much as I love her, as much as her true damage for high deficit, it's a fantastic fucking character. I think she is a bit more conditional than the others because she's a 40-second B2, and for a new player, they benefit more from just getting Privacy or from getting Moran than they would from getting a 40-second, unless you already have also any of the other B2s that are great 20 seconds, right? Maybe you have Nayuta, maybe you have even Senti Treasure and you want to put them together. Whatever you have, then you could be going for Flora. I can see her easily being one of the top 3 treasures currently, but she just came out and I don't want to give her more credit until we can see her in action for, you know, like a month or 2 and see if she actually deserves this spot or not. That's for Flora. Prima falls into the same category as Diesel, as Exia, as Julia, characters that can be used, but for the most part you barely see unless you really like them or it's pure copium. Right? Like it's not a good character and not a good upgrade. Miranda still gets plenty of usage on PvE, still gets plenty of usage on almost every single raid. Creep teams are always popular, like always have been popular, so it's a treasure you can safely invest for PvE. She's also really used still on the Snow White team, so if you like those, the one-shot teams and the crit teams are still used on every single raid. Same situation as Drake, both good characters you can safely invest into. Then we have Moron, and I'm gonna put her as the first character on the top 3. Like I said, I can see Flora being here at some point. I just think it's a bit early, so even though I put her on T1 on the tier list, you guys already saw that. But I'm gonna put her as great for now until there is more testing done and we can see her for like a month or 2. Moran is a character that will save you from getting killed. The damage reduction is stupid. And not only that, she heals herself, she will down, keep herself alive while buffing everyone a lot and having the strongest CDR in the game with Rapid Red Hood and characters like Soline and characters like that. So really good waifu, likes dinosaurs, can probably kind of autist just like all of us, so 10 out of 10. Phantom goes into great as well. Phantom is a character that has gone from no damage and no usage and being kind of annoying to use and manually to now you can run her on any water team as a debuffer, or you can run her as a sub DPS as well and she will be doing a great job. It's a nice character, and the best part, you don't have to play Osu. Now, you still technically need to, you know, be switching enemies, but even if you are on a boss, you can keep her stacks and you can use her kit. She's not losing like half of it, which is fantastic. She is the character that I will be going for next after I finish Flora, because my Flora, I just got to phase 2. By the way, can we get more materials shift up? My god, this is slow. And then after I finish Flora, Phantom is gonna be the one I go for next because she is a great waifu, honestly. So she is next in line for that. Pretty good. Mostly is going to be for water content only. I don't think we will be seeing her outside of anything water week related. All right. So if you want to put her on decent just because it's only one element, I can see that. But at the same time, Miranda and Drake have the same restrictions, which is a specific team compositions. The only one that is actually not restricted by anything would be Flora in there, right? So next, Polly, purely PvP character, don't like her kit, don't like her upgrade, goes down there. We now have Helm, which can go safely into the top 3 characters when it comes to treasures and safely investing into them. Great heals, great buffs, great water DPS for new players, still one of the strongest treasures they can build. Obviously, I would still be going first for Privacy, or it heavily depends. It's such a conditional thing based on what DPSs you have and what supports you have that it's really hard to say which one to build first. But all treasures on, you know, top 3 and the great ones are good options, honestly. Helm is a character that will help you in campaign a lot, not only with the heals but with the burst generation, and it's still a staple pick in there. So pretty good one. And then we go into the other top 3 character now that we are talking about this. Privacy, one of my favorite characters, no order by the way, no left to right or nothing, I'm just putting them whoever I like them the most. And Privacy is a character that is the strongest B3 buffer in the game. B3 buffer. We have stronger B2s and B1s nowadays, but as a B3 buffer, she is among the strongest ones, if not the strongest. She provides a lot of buffs. She provides a stun that can be used in a pinch in campaign to help you survive for a little longer and you can kill enemies. And then she can even be used as a water DPS for water weak content only. But for the most part, she is used as the off-burst character just to provide you with a lot of nice utility. It's a fantastic character, one of the most popular picks in campaign, honestly. Even for me, I'm still running her almost always in campaign. Then we have Rosanna. I'm going to cope a lot right now, and I'm gonna put her on decent. Here's the thing with Rosanna. The only thing that changes and the only thing that it's making her a possible pick, and again, it's copium until we can see the next electric weak raid, is her burst. Whatever her burst is, skill 1, burst skill. So a phase 2 you would need. That's because of this damage taken. Damage taken 29% for 30 seconds at level 10. This is really good. This is the same situation as Solene, the lolly CDR character that is where just one line it's good enough to use her. I don't know if that will be enough to actually see her on electric raids because there is a lot of teams currently. So she is on decent until we can actually see the next electric raid and we see if we're actually running her or not. All right. Then we go into Sugar. She will be going into great, fantastic character. She's joining the same niche as Drake. Both of them are going to be sharing the shotgun team. Biggest difference is that Sugar will be able to be used on iron and water content, both of them, while while Drake will be taking the rest of the elements. Important, your Rapid Red Hood and your Sugar are not getting buffed by this skill. So when you convert damage to another element, you are still benefiting from, normal buffs. But when you have a specific buffer, for example, if I run Elech on my team and I put her with Sugar for some reason, Elech will not buff my Sugar. If I go right here, affects all water code allies, giving this attack. This will never apply to Sugar, nor the elemental. Okay, she will never get Hello Ghost because she is not technically water. And the same thing for Rappy. You can run Rappy, but she will not be getting buffs that are designed for iron characters, right? So just something to consider. But it should be pretty simple still to build teams around them, but something to consider, right? So Sugar, fantastic shotgun, double element, the second double element character in the game. Then we go into Toph. She goes into the same category currently, which is going to be a great character, a staple for the shotgun team. The shotgun team has like the most treasures, probably, honestly. It's a staple team. They've always been on solo raid specifically, right? Run, no problem at all. On Union raid, not as often you will see them because there's just only 3 teams and there is just better options and alternatives as main DPSs and supports, right? But for solo raids, you can safely invest into all of the shotgun characters. They did start losing a bit of usage recently, but now that we got Sugar and we're getting more characters, should be fine. Now we go into Viper, Chui, and Senti. And this is an interesting one. So we can start with Viper. And this might, some people might disagree, but at the moment I think Viper is a skip. She's just not been getting usage. She's a character that can be used for water weak content. There is no problem on using her. But at the moment, there is just no one running her. There is just too many good characters. We have to be running someone who is forcing you to run double B2, which in most situations is fine. It's not like a huge issue when we have 40-second characters here so high on this ranking, right? But you still need to be thinking on your team composition with Viper, and her damage output is not that great either to consider bringing her. Now, let's go into Sui and Senti. Sui, I'm gonna put her on decent. The only reason I'm putting her 1 tier below and not on great, even though she's a T1 character, is because Miranda completely eclipses her. But Sui is getting more and more, at least on solo raids, team compositions that can benefit from her more than can benefit from Miranda. Heavily depends on your roster, heavily depends on what characters you have invested. She's been getting more use. I love her personally, I did invest in her. She's a T2 character currently, same tier as Miranda and a lot of these characters on great, but I would give her less priority than Miranda for now. Again, things do change as time goes by, so always keep an eye on tier list to see what's going on. And then Senti will be going into the great category. Senti in 2026 into a great category, guys. Who would have thought? So, Senti is a character that she went from useless, even though some people were running her already with the shield gimmick, but she went from that to like a good iron buffer, a fantastic iron buffer. The thing is that she will only be used on iron weak content. Outside of that, we will not be seeing Senti. Now, she does work with a lot of the characters we've been talking about. So, for example, you could be pairing her with Ground, you could be pairing her with even your Flora treasure. You cannot pair her with Rappi because she will not be buffing Rappi. Alright, like she does not work with Rappi. At least her skill 1. Her skill 2 will work. But when we're talking about her normal buff right here, which is for Iron Cold allies, this elemental will not work. The rest will work. So the stockpile, the storage will work, the attack from here will work, and then the HP recovery obviously will work as well. But when it comes to the elemental damage, it doesn't, so it's not really worth bringing her with Rappi. You can bring other characters instead. That said, that's what I would put right now. Again, I would put Flora in here as well currently because she's a stupid character for pushing campaign and everything. But since she just came out, that's what I'm leaving her on grade instead, at least for now. But please consider building Flora if you have most of the characters already on your account and you're thinking who could be next. I will go for Flora 100%. In fact, you guys already have the treasure priority updated on the website, and I have put Flora on the must get category itself. Speaking English is hard, pardon me, but I do explain here a little bit more why Flora is so good, but why you might not want to be going for her. So I can consider Flora if you want to put her top 3-ish, okay, and we can put Flora in there. Just to change it a little bit, and then the rest I will probably leave like that for now. With Sui maybe going up, and even Laplas maybe going up, and Rosanna is a complete incognito until we can see the next electric raid, but I do hope that damage taken is enough to see our waifu being used. That's it. That's everything for this video. Any questions you guys might have, feel free to leave a comment down below. Say top ones, so it's not just a stupid top 3 or top 4 or whatever it is, and everything else is in there. When it comes to milk, we do not talk about milk. We do not talk about milk because, my god, that is bad. I hope Senti is a precedent and other treasures start getting buffed now as well. That's it. I'm out. We're live almost every single day. You guys have the links in the description down below. Good luck with your pool, the internet, and I'll see you on the next one.